Right now, we are live at the Memorial Union, welcoming back the public to one of Madison's most iconic spots.
And we're almost in the middle of the month of May, but still talking the potential for frost. Details are coming up.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good Monday morning, everybody. May 10th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Stanford, joined by my partner down at the terrace, Leah Linscheid, kicking off. Oh, boy, what a monumental day for Madison. You know, and after everything we've been through, here we are, big day down at the terrace, Leah.
Oh, it is a big day, Chris. It has been more than a year since I've been down here. You might remember last year, the public was able to come down here, but you did have to have a reservation. Well, I am happy to report the terrace is opening for the public. No reservations needed starting this morning. Now, this morning, we are making sure that your experience is as good as possible when you head down here this week, this summer. So we're going to be talking hours of operation. We're talking capacity limits. We're talking food. Now, you might think that I'm Josh Spreiter with all this food sitting in front of me like I'm in the 608 or something. Already finished my brat. He brought that over for me. Chris, we have one saved for you, but I'm getting a little hungry. I don't know if it's going to last.
Hands off.
I'll try. I'll try.
Like somebody hide that brat.
Down here as soon as
hide
possible.
it in a safe spot and keep that brat secure and Leah at a safe distance. Yeah, Bubba, take that from her and you put it somewhere safe. No, I appreciate it. There is so much good food.
Bubba, he wants me to hide this. Do you mind? There you go.
Thank
Hide
you.
that, buddy, so I don't eat it.
That's good. Even though it is a little chilly out there this morning, it is still going to be a wonderful day to reopen the terrace. Leah, we will check in with you in just a minute. Now, let's get to that weather now. We've got the Edgewater Skycam pulled up. Ad McLean in for Chris Reese this morning. And hey, there's no bad day at the terrace. I mean, can the weather really put that big of a damper on the event?
No, always happy when you're down by the water at the terrace. And I'm wondering, Chris, are we splitting that brat? I only saw one there.
Absolutely.
I'll share it with you.
Yes.
All right, well, Leah, wave. Maybe we can see you. This is our Edgewater Sky Camera looking at the terrace this morning. It's a cloudy start to the day and kind of cool. You saw Leah had gloves on and a winter jacket. Temperatures are dipping into the 30s in a few spots, so we'll continue with this cool weather trend for the first part of this week. We should see highs in the mid to upper 60s, but again, below that for the next couple of days. Still talking about the potential for frost. Usually we say after Mother's Day, it's safe to plant outside, but for the next couple of nights, you want to protect any sensitive vegetation, maybe a few sleepless nights for those that own orchards across southern Wisconsin, because temperatures are going to get pretty chilly. We'll warm up after that, a nice turn in the temperatures, and maybe finally turning the corner to some more typical May weather. Here's a look at that upper air weather pattern with the jet stream down across the central and southern part of the United States. That's allowing that colder Canadian air to really sink southward, and we'll be under that air mass for the next couple of days. As we go through the week, though, things start to change, and this ridge of high pressure out to the west begins to make its way across the country. So for us, that means warming temperatures as we head towards the end of the week and the start of the next week. I think you'll like the trend. Here is the overnight low trend, because these temperatures are critical this time of the year. 33 tonight and 36 tomorrow night. The next couple of nights, again, are the nights that we could see some frost across southern Wisconsin. After that, those nighttime temperatures will be well above the freezing point. We do start this morning with a frost advisory, though, for Juneau and Adams counties. Temperatures are pretty close to 40 in most spots. 39, though, in Juneau, 38 in the Dells, 40 here in Madison. Our future track forecast today is going to keep things on the cool side. We're only looking at high temperatures in the mid-50s with just a chance for a few showers.
Patty McLean, thank you much. 6:03, let's get back to the Memorial Union, where our team is helping you plan your return to the terrace as it reopens to the public for the first time this season this morning. Leah, there was a lot to break down. You got a lot of changes to go over, so have at it.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. We are here to bring you the news you can use, making sure, like I said earlier, your experience is as good as possible when you make your return. So joining us this morning again is Shauna with the Wisconsin Union. Good morning, Shauna.
Good morning.
So let's talk basics here. What are hours of operation? What days can people come down?
The terrace is going to be open 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and so is Memorial Union.
We do have some capacity limits in place. That's correct?
We do. To keep folks safe, we're keeping to 25% capacity to ensure physical distancing.
But let's take a minute to look out at all of the seats. How many seats do we have? Plenty for folks.
We have 1,300 seats just here on the terrace and hundreds indoors as well.
The big change this year, no reservations needed, correct?
Correct. First come, first served.
Are you expecting wait times if it's first come, first serve?
The wait times in terms of seating really depends on the time of day, but generally there's always a seat available. Make sure you check our upper decks as well as inside for seating at Memorial.
Let's talk a little bit about inside seating. That has not been available as of recent.
Correct. Even last summer we didn't have indoor seating available.
So what are some of the seating options that we have indoors?
Sure.
The iconic Rathskeller comes to mind.
You're exactly right. We have the iconic Rathskeller, and we have some beautiful sun-based seating too in Lakeview Lounge and Sunset Lounge. Make sure you check out all of the beautiful indoor spaces.
And of course, during times of COVID, we have to talk about safety precautions. What are we doing to keep people safe out here?
Sure. Well, we've completely redesigned our seating indoors and outdoors to ensure at least 6 feet of distance between all of our seats. We're also asking folks to wear masks when they're not actively eating or drinking. And then we also have self-cleaning table stations throughout our facilities.
Love that. Shauna, thank you so much for breaking it all down for us this morning. Now, there is plenty to talk about when it comes to the terrace. We certainly can't skip the food. You heard Shauna talk about Rathskeller. We have the brat stand over here. Josh was snacking on some brats earlier this morning. Don't worry, Hattie. We will bring you back a brat. I promise that. Josh is going to break down all of the fare options we have here coming up in the 608 in the next 10 minutes. Now, we're also looking ahead to lots of summer events here in Madison, right? There are so many different iconic celebrations that we're hoping to see a return to this year. One of them is the biggest ones of the summer that comes at the end of summer. Taste of Madison, that massive event around the Capitol Square every Labor Day weekend. It might surprise you to know it brings more than 250,000 people to the city over that weekend. Now, Madison Festivals Inc. runs the event. President Sarah Clemmy says plans are in the works to bring it back. Not exactly sure what it's going to look like this year, but she promises us it will be coming back in some form or fashion.
We're going to do everything in our power to make sure that this event can happen in as normal of a capacity as possible that is still safe and socially responsible for our community.
Now look for an announcement on Taste in the coming weeks right here on News 3 Now this morning. We will be sure to bring it to you. We're also looking ahead to events this coming fall, like the Madison Marathon, a really popular run here in Madison every November. We'll ask Madison Festivals Inc. what that's going to look like coming up in our next half hour. Plenty of other events to look forward to as well, but what will they look like this summer? Taylor Lazenby is breaking it down for us.
Well, after missing out last summer, a lot of events are now adapting to make it work in 2021. Some of those include concerts on the square will happen this year, but not on the square. You can catch the music at Breeze Stevens Fields on Wednesdays, starting on July 7th. Attendance is capped at 1,500, and Bratfest will also be back, but they've made some major changes as well. It will not be at the Alliant Energy Center this year. Instead, you can load up your car and your buns and participating at bars and restaurants. This year, Bratfest starts Memorial Day weekend, and 100% of those proceeds go towards local charities. Next is Jazz at 5. They are back in action. They are moving to Fitchburg, and they'll be at McKee Farms Park Wednesday evenings starting August 11th. Now, that event director has said that there will be picnic tables, and you can bring your own food to share in as well. And coming up in the next 30 minutes, we'll share another list of events that will be happening all around the Madison area for you to enjoy this summer. Reporting for News 3 Now, I'm Taylor Lazenby. Back to you guys.
Taylor, thank you. Now, like I've been saying all morning, we are having so much fun out here on the terrace, and we have so much more content planned for you folks. Coming up in 10 minutes, Josh Breiter doing a little snacking. We're also talking about the history of the Cherished Chairs coming up at 6:30, and we have a big announcement to make, some exclusive breaking news. Just another reason for you to come down to the terrace. We're breaking that at 6:30 this morning, so stay tuned, Chris.
All right, Leah, we have a question. There are 1,300 chairs there, and they're at 25% capacity. Does that mean that 25% of those chairs can be filled, or is what they have out their 25%?
Good question, Chris. 1,300 chairs for you to sit on. That is the 25% capacity.
Okay, good deal.
Here. So come on down. Plenty of seating still. Yes, right? You're going to find a seat here.
Yeah. Oh, that's great news. All right, Leland Scheid, thanks much. We'll talk in a bit. Coming up, the issue with some Fords that's prompted a new recall.
Here in the 608, and of course, we're highlighting all of our favorites here at the Memorial Union Terrace. And coming up, we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the traditional food and drink here on the terrace.
And as we go to break, a look at your memories at the terrace over the years. Thanks to our viewers for sharing their stunning views. Take a look. We'll be right back.
It's time to march into deer season. Get your John Deere 1025R for just $171 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up at Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
Freshen the look of your home with a new find from Habitat Restore Dane County. Get great deals on cabinets, appliances, furniture, and building supplies. Visit Habitat Restore today.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
The auto show started with an idea. Honor the future of innovation while celebrating today with special auto show offers on select Ford vehicles. For generations, that's exactly what Ford has done and continues to do. Because when all is said and done, Auto Show is more than just an event. It's a step towards a better future. This auto show season, lease a 2021 Explorer for just $399. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
When you're sick, so sick that your heart hurts.
And your mind races.
When you think that you might have cancer, and then they tell you,
you have cancer.
And you just want somebody to say,
it's going to be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart.
Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
It's time to march into deer season. Get your John Deere 1025R for just $171 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up at Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
It was a violent weekend of gun violence in America. Police in Colorado Springs are still searching for a motive after a gunman killed 6 adults at a birthday party. In New York, a manhunt is underway after a man opened fire in Times Square. All the victims are expected to survive. And in Baltimore, a man shot his neighbor and then set his house on fire to lure people outside. The uptick may reignite the gun debate in Washington.
This has to end. It's a national embarrassment.
President Biden expected to schedule a meeting with members of the congressional leadership for Wednesday. It's unclear, though, whether gun control will be on the agenda. Congresswoman Liz Cheney could lose her position as House Republican Conference Chair as early as next week. The Wyoming representative has lost support of many in the GOP after standing against former President Trump in the wake of the 2020 election. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy is now endorsing New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik for Cheney's role. Happening today, the Overture Center will be holding an event to reveal the 2021-22 schedule. It's been over a year now since the last time the Overture has played, since they closed their doors for the pandemic. This event tonight is at 7 o'clock, and during the announcement, they'll reveal the fall and winter lineups, as well as the National Geographic Live and Cabernet series. The event will also provide you with ticketing dates and information. 6:14, checking in with Hattie McLean, who has the radar fired up. Hey, Hattie.
Good morning, Chris. Yeah, a little bit of rain showing up on the radar map, but it might be a little deceiving. Even some snowflakes being depicted by the radar. Most of this moisture, though, is evaporating before it actually hits the ground. Now, skies are cloudy, definitely, across southern Wisconsin, and there is a slight chance for a shower or two through the day today. But again, most areas are going to stay dry. Take a look at our temperatures. We're at 40 here in Madison, 43 in Lone Rock. In the Dells, it is 38 degrees. Janesville's at 43 this morning. As you head out the door, still kind of a chilly day today. Temperatures will be about 10 degrees below normal, hitting highs in the mid-50s this afternoon. Again, plan on just a few sprinkles. Keep in mind, an alert day is in the forecast. There is frost possible again tonight. Now here's a look at your first warn traffic maps. No issues to report on the Beltline. Travel still going well and at posted speeds in most directions. No accidents to report around southern Wisconsin. So if you are traveling into Madison right now, looks like you're going at posted speeds.
Hattie, thanks for keeping an eye on that for us. We are still out at the terrace this morning. Plenty of reasons to come visit, but one of them, definitely the food. You know Josh Breiter is in the 608 trying it out for us. Josh, how's it tasting this morning?
Hey, Leah, good morning. Yeah, we are getting all sorts of breakfast this morning. First, I've got my coffee from Pete's. We've had brats, we've had wraps, and now we've got the pizza. Check it out. We just pulled these out of the oven here at Strata this morning. Rob Gretzlock, you are the Interim Associate Director of Retail here, and of course, we have so many food options here at the terrace.
Yes, we do. We've got the brat stand outside where we were earlier, the Rathskeller, again, where we were earlier. We have cart across the hall in the front of the building. We have Strata here, which we just made these pizzas from. Daily Scoop, which is our ice cream. Pete's Coffee, which you're enjoying currently. The Badger Market. And we just tried to Lakeview Lounge out in front. And then we've not been able to open our barbecue stand this year, so we've incorporated some of that menu into Lakeview Lounge as well. So all of the terrace favorites and all the building favorites are back again this summer.
So talk a little bit about, we got the margarita pizza, we got the barbecued chicken pizza. You pulled it out of this oven back here. It's a hot oven.
Yeah, it's 625 degrees. Ideal conditions, we'll have your pizza made in less than 5 minutes.
And there are a lot of options you were just telling me as you try to make it so that everyone has something available here.
Correct. There's a multitude of dietary needs here on campus with our students. So in all our units, we make sure we have a vegetarian option. We try to do a vegan option in all our units. We actually have a halal unit, which is via kiosk through our ghost kitchen called Saffron. That's a Mediterranean-style food, but all halal and made to ensure, again, that all the dietary needs that we can accommodate here are being met for our students.
We're going to throw a graphic up right now. How is the ordering going to work this year?
We start right in this unit. We start right down here in person. Every unit that I have is in person except for Saffron, which will be, again, kiosk through our ghost kitchen. Grubhub is also available to us as an option as well, but we're really excited to get back to in-person and have some contact with our customers again.
All right, well, Rob, thank you so much. Of course, I've been smelling this pizza here for a little bit, so I'm going to start digging in here, dish up my piece of barbecued chicken pizza here from Strata. I mean, look at that.
Oh, that looks great.
You cannot beat that, especially for a little breakfast on this Monday morning. A chilly start out there, warm up with some pizza, guys.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, you got your brats, you got your pizza. That's how you celebrate the reopening of the terrace, right, Leah?
Oh, yeah. I'm lucky enough to be out here with Josh. Josh is inside warming up. I have a feeling I might get a slice in a little bit if he's feeling like sharing.
All right. Hey, and if you can, save some for Hattie and I. All right. We'll talk to you both in just a minute. 6:18. Hey, if you or someone you know drives a Ford Explorer, listen up. Ford is recalling more than 660,000 of them. Regulators say retention pins could loosen, causing the roof rail covers to detach from the vehicle. There have been at least 11 incidents since early 2020. This recall covers 2016 through 2019 model years. To your vaccine coverage now. New numbers this morning. More than 37% of people in Wisconsin are now fully vaccinated. 44% have had at least one shot. Only 14,000 vaccines were administered across the state on Saturday. That's a bit lower than it normally is. DHS is reporting 308 new cases of the virus. That is below the 7-day average, though, of 553. 30 more people have been hospitalized. All of UW-Madison students are now moved out of the residence halls. That brings an end to a semester of mandatory COVID tests for every student on campus. According to UW's latest data, more than 17,000 students and staff were tested for the virus last week. 18 tested positive. That is a 0.1% positivity rate. And it's a far cry from the fall semester. In September, the university had a 7-day positivity rate of more than 8% and was forced to quarantine multiple dorms. As of last week, the university says 0 students in campus housing were in quarantine, while 3 were in isolation. A top U.S. pipeline company hit by a ransomware attack over the weekend. Georgia-based Colonial Pipeline shut its entire system down as a precaution, and they've since reopened some of their smaller lines. Colonial runs more than 5,000 miles of pipeline from the Gulf Coast to New Jersey, transporting 45% of the fuel consumed on the East Coast. 6:20 now. A truck that crashed into a house is giving... That story is just ahead, and Leah is at the terrace.
With a nursing degree, helping others went from a job to a career.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship. Dedicated to being the best. Get the job done right with RHD Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
I've spent the last 50 or so years wearing one of these masks. I've performed several thousand open heart surgeries as well as other surgeries, and I know the importance of a clean environment. It looks like the staff here at the Princeton Club does too. They've gone above and beyond. I'm Dr. Lou Bernhardt, and it's time to start exercising again.
Are you tired of hearing it's not in stock? Madison's locally owned A1 Furniture has a huge selection of in-stock inventory available for immediate pickup or delivery. A1 has the lowest prices around. Plus, with the A1 Instant Rebate, you get $50 off of every $500 spent. This 5-piece living room set for just $9.99. Name brand mattresses in stock like this queen pillow top, just $3.99.
Shop in-store or online and save with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Only at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
There's been much debate about the Mona Lisa smile. Would it have been bigger and brighter if she'd had good dental care? Maybe if Physicians Mutual Insurance Company had been around back then, it'd be a different story. She could have gone to the dentist more, knowing she'd have help paying the bills. And those regular checkups might have found early signs of tooth decay or gum disease, costly problems that could keep anyone from smiling. Physicians Mutual offers affordable coverage that can help pay for cleanings and unexpected or expensive procedures you might need, like crowns or dentures. This is real dental insurance, not just a discount plan or for checkups only. There are no deductibles, and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Call or go online today for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual. Get the dental care you need to help you stay healthy. For your free information kit with all the details, call us now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Goldman Cars is breaking into spring with huge savings. You can get a 2018 Chevy Cruze starting at $11,995 or $195 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2018 Chevy Cruze at $11,995 or $195 per month.
Don't miss out on these huge spring deals with over 500 vehicles in stock.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my brother, Dealing Donovan Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. Now offering complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling with 0% financing. Everything you need to finish your dream project. Get the job done right with RHD Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
All right, we're back. And look at
Good
this,
morning.
Leah Lynch.
And welcome back.
Yeah, sharing your morning with us. Leah, tell us about this picture.
Oh, yeah. So we decided for the My Mornings today, we were going to take a peek at the Union, right? We're going to continue to share all things terrace today. So I graduated from UW-Madison. I spent plenty of summer nights out here at the terrace. My mom took this lovely picture of me just enjoying one final beer before my graduation. So had to share that one. I think we also have one of Miss Hattie McLean and her family.
Yeah.
Hey, there they are.
Yeah, in the big Union chair.
There we go, yeah.
Yeah, we love to bike down to the terrace. It's about a 10-mile bike ride from our house on the trails.
Worth it.
Worth the trip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're always like, the first space we go is the ice cream line when we get there. But yeah, my kids love going down there. Hopefully one of the three will go to the UW. Never know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like mother like daughter, or daughter like mother. All right, great pictures. Hey, share your morning with us. You know how to do it. So this year gives meaning to this Bud's for you. Check it out. A Budweiser truck crashed right into a house in Ohio. You look at that. Police said a car ran a stop sign and then the truck swerved after being hit by the car. The driver, minor injuries in this. There was a person in the house but was doing just fine. So this got us talking. Do you get to keep the beer when the truck crashes into your house?
You should at least get some.
Yeah, like a little something, you know, for the trouble.
At least get some. I mean, it's on your property already.
I know. Yeah, possession's what, like 9/10 of the law? Like, get a good defense.
Depends on what kind of beer it is, right?
It's not Busch Light, Leah, or maybe some of it is. You might have some Busch Light in there.
If it's not Busch Light, I'm not taking it.
If that's not a sign that you're supposed to have a party, I don't know what.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, that's good. All right, Hattie, you're starting off nice and chilly this morning, huh?
It certainly is. Yeah, you want coffee or something to warm you up this morning because temperatures are down in the 30s in a few spots, right around 40 here in Madison. Skies are cloudy, so that really kept temperatures a little bit warmer during the overnight hours. No risk for frost this morning. Temperatures throughout the day are going to climb through the 40s, back into the mid-50s this afternoon. Winds will be light from the north, but if you are headed to the terrace, you'll want your jacket today as temperatures will be well below normal for this time of the year. Keep in mind, an alert day is in the forecast. Some frost possible tonight, maybe a hard freeze north of Madison. Here's a peek at those morning temperatures tomorrow, so protect any sensitive vegetation they already have outside.
Yeah, if you got your mother or something for Mother's Day, make sure to cover that up.
You want it to last more than a day.
All right, thank you, Hattie. Stick around, folks. More coverage from the terrace when we come back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This is a Wisconsin farmer. She grows the locally sourced freshness, the freshness that complements the wild-caught salmon, the salmon that tees up the cheesecake that sweetens every moment. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
Culligan Water not only sells the best water softeners, but also rents them. Big box plumbers and online sellers don't. With renting, you never pay for repairs or extended warranties. And Culligan softeners are backed by the world's largest dealer network. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo should probably be called McGann Furniture and Flooring because we're the area's oldest and most experienced floor covering store. Our friendly staff will explain the many types of flooring available, answer questions, and make suggestions so you can choose what's best for your home and lifestyle. We always offer free in-home measurements and estimates and use the finest installers in the entire area. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
The ability to listen and understand you, to heal you, to provide the kind words that comfort you. Every day, our doctors and nurses, our cooks, housekeepers, therapists, and every member of your healthcare team give the most of themselves to care for you, to care for our community. These are your champions of health.
Millions of customers are leaving their providers and switching to Spectrum. And
And if you have satellite, it's not hard to see why. Because unlike satellite, Spectrum gives you all the services you need, like internet and TV from one provider.
They do?
Yeah, they do. And Spectrum has the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance. Get Spectrum Internet with speeds at 200 megabits for $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. Spectrum wins on TV, too. Unlike satellite, Spectrum doesn't have an ugly dish to install. And you get exclusive premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
Wow, really?
Really. Plus, Spectrum has more free HD and free on demand. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. And unlike satellite providers, Spectrum doesn't have contracts or early termination fees. We'll even buy out your current contract up to $500. Switch to America's fastest growing internet, TV, and voice provider. Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Ask about our easy self-install options. Call 833-909-4499.
This is a Wisconsin Brewmaster. He brews the local craft beer, the beer that washes down the Oktoberfest brat, the brat that pairs with the potato salad that befriends the burger that tastes like victory. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
Right now, sunsets and fun with family and friends. We are live with what you need to know before you head back to the Memorial Union this summer.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I'm Chris Stanford. Leah Linscheid in one of those big chairs down at the terrace this morning with our kickoff to the unofficial start of summer, Leah.
Boy, let me tell you, Chris, I am pretty nostalgic right about now. We grew up in these chairs, didn't we, as Wisconsinites? Summer is synonymous with the Union Terrace, with these colors, with the sunburst chairs. So we are spending the morning breaking down how you can have the best experience possible when you make your return to the Union this year, as today is the first day that they're reopening to the public. Now, I got to show you. We have all of the details coming up, but we also have Josh Breiter bringing us snacks. You're going to want to check out these pizzas. He has brats, he has wraps, he has everything that you can eat while you're down here. And we have live breaking news that's coming up in just a couple of minutes. You're going to want to stick around for that. Just another reason to come down and visit the terrace this summer. It's really exciting stuff, Chris.
Oh, it's a huge day, and man, we've really got you covered on all angles. And that breaking news, again, coming up here in just a little bit. You'll only see that here on News 2 Now This Morning. Leah, talk to you in just a minute. All right, let's go to Hattie McLean. You see Leah's got the coat on today. How much warmer are we going to get?
Well, we'll warm up a little bit, Chris, but not a lot. Here is your day planner. If you're headed out to the terrace today, 56 is the high. Keep in mind, it will feel a little bit cooler on the water. Winds will be from the north today, although staying pretty light. So grab the jacket if you're headed out to the terrace this morning. You'll definitely want a jacket this morning as well. Southern Wisconsin looking pretty chilly. We do have a frost advisory in effect for the next half an hour or so for Juneau and Adams counties. Temperatures are a little bit warmer, though, this morning thanks to some clouds. 40 in Madison, 38 in the Dells, down to 40 in Monroe. Janesville's been holding pretty steady at 43 this morning. Here's a look, though. An alert day is in the forecast for tonight. Unfortunately, we're not done talking about frost. Frost is possible tonight with maybe even a hard freeze north of Madison. So if you have sensitive vegetation outside tonight and possibly tomorrow night, you'll want to protect those plants. Here's a look at your future track temperatures at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. 33 here in Madison and Lone Rock, 35 in Mineral Point. North of Dane County, though, as you head towards the Dells, that's where you see those temperatures dipping below the freezing point. So again, another night to protect any plants. Here's a look at Doppler track this morning. We have seen a few light showers, even some sprinkles depicted on the radar map this morning, and some flurries. Most of this activity, though, probably not hitting the ground. I haven't been able to see any ground truth with these rain showers. The lower levels of the atmosphere are very dry right now, so most of that precipitation is evaporating. But you can see scattered light precipitation all the way back into Minnesota and Iowa. There is a chance for a few showers this afternoon. Our future track forecast model, again, variably cloudy skies today, that northeasterly wind back to around 50 by lunchtime. Our high today is 56 degrees. You can see that outside chance for a few sprinkles. I don't think the rain will cancel any plans later on today. Just be aware of that. Temperatures are going to drop pretty quickly. If you have a game tonight or practice, we'll be dropping into the 40s pretty quickly this evening, so add an extra layer. Here's your 7 to 10 day forecast. We have temperatures that are going to climb into the 60s finally on Wednesday and some 70s in the forecast by next weekend.
I bet Leah wishes it was 70 degrees out there at the terrace this morning. It's got to be feeling a little bit better, though, as they are getting ready for a big day.
The wind coming off of the water, Chris, a little chilly, but it's just giving me goosebumps to know that we get to return to the terrace this summer. Now, like I said earlier, we want to make sure you know everything you need to know before you come down here so you can have the best experience possible with your family. Let's bring up some information here on what you need to know. Let's start with the basics. They are open every single day from 8 a.m. until 11 p.m. So just about 2 hours here, hour and a half until you can come down. And new this year, you don't need a reservation. It's first come, first serve. Though the seating is going to be limited to 25% capacity, but that still means 1,300 chairs for you to find down here. Now on to safety precautions. 6 feet of spacing is between each space, and we don't want you to move the chairs around when you come down here. Chairs that you can sit on are clearly marked so that the terrace can keep track of capacity while folks are down here. Masks, they are required unless you're eating or drinking, of course. And tables, they're going to be cleaned between each use, though you can take it upon yourself to clean them as well. There are self-cleaning stations around the terrace, so you can take an extra swipe at your table. Now, I've been talking all morning about this big breaking news that we want to share right here on News 3 Now this morning. Shauna with the Wisconsin Union joining us again. Tell us the news, another reason people should come down here this summer.
Well, we are very excited to share that our free programming is coming back to the terrace.
That is so exciting. So that is live music. That's movies, right?
Correct.
And it's all going to be outdoors. Am I correct?
Correct. Yes. So we're hoping for some really great weather this summer.
Now, how about a lineup? We don't necessarily have that nailed down yet.
You're absolutely right. But you can visit terracesummer.com for all the details as they become available.
So you heard it here first, folks. This is such a big deal. I mean, like I've been saying all morning, the terrace synonymous with summer, but so is the live music, the live entertainment down here at the Union. So just another reason to make it down here. You're certainly going to find me down here once we find out that lineup. Again, check the terrace's website for all the information on that. Now, there are plenty of things to be looking forward to this summer. Taylor Lazenby is breaking down more events this summer and what they're going to look like post-pandemic.
There are a lot of big events that are going to give it a shot in 2021. But with some changes in place, the Marquette Waterfront Festival and Orton Park Festival are teaming up for one weekend. Now, they are calling it the Orton Front, and they'll be at Yahara Place Park. They'll have 2 music stages, and you can expect vendors from your favorite local restaurants. Craft beer and some wine, and of course some kid games. Now, Orton Front, it will be starting on August 26th through the 29th. Next is American Players Theater is back in action. Now, tickets will be hard to get this year, but they are also spacing out their seating. So the 1,100 seat theater will now only allow 250. Everyone will need to wear a mask, and the American Plays Theater season will open up on Friday. And last but certainly not least, the Wisconsin State Fair is back. Starting on August 5th through the 15th. Each year, the fair welcomes over 7,000 animals over 11 days as part of its junior and open show livestock competitions. Tickets are currently on sale for the fair. To find a full list of these summer happenings and events that you and your family can enjoy, check out our website. That's at channel3000.com. Returning back to you guys.
Taylor Lazenby, thank you so much. So this morning we are looking past the summer too and into the fall. What events might be looking like then? One of the iconic fall events you can expect to make a return, the Madison Marathon. That happens every November here in our city, and right now registration is open. Madison Festivals Inc. plans on announcing more concrete plans for the race in July, but their belief is it will go on in its full capacity like in years past.
I feel very, very confident that we're going to be racing together in person with no restrictions this November. I feel very good about that, so my fingers are crossed.
So Madison Festivals Inc. also runs the Taste of Madison, that annual event that wraps up summer in our city over the Labor Day weekend. You might be surprised to hear that brings in 250,000 people every summer around the Capitol Square. You just heard from President Sarah Clemmy. She says she does anticipate Taste will come back in some capacity. We're just not exactly sure what that's going to look like. So look for an announcement in these coming next few weeks. Right here on News 3 Now this morning, we will bring you an update on Taste of Madison from Madison Festivals Inc. Now back here live at the terrace, I mean, I am just soaking it all in, and I really hope you folks do take a minute today or over the next coming days or all summer to come down here and find that return to the terrace as wonderful as we've all been anticipating it will be. After a year not being here, it feels so good, Chris. Again, 8 till 11, no reservations needed. Capacity limits 25%, so first come, first serve. But take it in. I mean, look at this. This is what summer is all about.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. And even though things are pretty spread out there, they've got 1,300 chairs outside. So, I mean, they've still got room for a lot of people there safely.
Not only do they have 1,300 chairs out here, Chris, they have indoor seating for the first time. That was not available last year. So you can hit up the iconic Rathskeller, Strata Pizza. They have some seating in Lakeview Commons. Lots of options for you down here.
I know, and we're not done with the food yet either this morning. All right, Leah,
No,
we're not.
No, we're not.
All right, more to come. Thanks, Leah. All right, turning to the pandemic now, here at 6:39. A moment of silence will happen later this morning to honor the many healthcare and essential workers who've stepped up over the last year. News 3 Now will carry that moment of silence live on the air at about 9:45. Representatives from SSM Health, UW Health, and Unity Point Health Meriter will join with local leaders to pay tribute outside of St. Mary's Hospital. We'll also stream this service at channel3000.com and our Facebook page. Wisconsin will only ask for 8% of its federally allocated vaccine doses this week. State health officials say they have an adequate supply of the vaccine in storage. Demand also falling across the state. More than 44% of the state has at least one vaccine dose. Officials warn, though, we need a lot more than that to get where we need to be. Emergency authorization to administer Pfizer's vaccine to kids could come as soon as Wednesday. Both parents, though, getting them on board may be tough. Listen to this. A recent survey shows less than a third of parents with kids between 12 and 15 say that they'll get them vaccinated right away. Children now make up about a quarter of all infections, and that number is growing. Kids are less likely to have severe symptoms, but doctors say thousands have been hospitalized, so it's critical they get the shot.
It's clearly a disease that while the numbers look small, they are still important. People under 18 make up over 20% of the U.S. population. And if we want to reach herd immunity, it is going to be important to tap in to that population as well.
Researchers say data shows the immune response in 12 to 15-year-olds was not only as good as adults, but better. They also expect side effects would be similar in all age groups, typically low-grade fevers and flu-like symptoms. New this morning, a Grant County golf course is going to reopen despite a major fire over the weekend. Take a look at this. The Cole Acres Golf and Supper Club in Cuba City posted the pictures last night. One of the buildings on the course was badly damaged in the fire. Only members of the course will be able to golf today. The cause of that fire is still under investigation. 6:41 as we take a look outside this morning. We are all about the terrace and reopening it to the public today. We'll join Josh and Leah out there.
Yeah, and with that, Chris, we are talking about all things traditions when it comes to food. And of course, I've got my brat. We're talking about all the things that you can enjoy here on the terrace when it comes to food and drink when News 3 Now this morning continues.
Sunroom saving season is here. Four Seasons has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 20 to 30%. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard and improve your lifestyle. Call for a free backyard survey, design, and quote.
Hey sandwich fan, new Denny's melts belong in your hands. Patty melts a classic, Big Dipper, fantastic, Nashville hot chicken, bombastic, 4 melts grilled to please. And now you can join our team. Apply at Denny's today.
Have you ever met Miss Lindy? She's a gal with the bright red hair. Now she stands high from all the rest. You know her anywhere. Well, she's mine. Yeah, she's mine. My Miss Lindy. She's my Lindy. My only Lindy. Well, I love that little girl.
Power Centers of Madison. Visit powercentersofmadison.com.
We've got the power!
It's Steinhaffel's Memorial Day holiday sale. Take 35% off store-wide and save big on the styles you want. A queen mattress, just $349. Or this dual reclining sofa, $699. This queen bed, now $749. This 5-piece dining set, just $999. Or get the patio ready for summer with this 3-piece set, only $999. Plus, with Steinhoffel's special financing, you save even more. Only at Steinhoffel's and steinhoffels.com.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? And who decides what's right? Is it right for an insurance adjuster to try to get you to settle for less than you deserve? Is it right to let victims struggle to pay their medical bills? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. It means doing what's right for you. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
At GHC, we want you to be safer at home. We have more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
Sunroom saving season is here. Four Seasons has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 20 to 30%. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard and improve your lifestyle. Call for a free backyard survey, design, and quote.
Tonight on CBS, starting at 7, when Gemma surprises Dave with wanting another baby, he worries she's forgotten how difficult a newborn is and enlists Marty's engineering skills to remind her on The Neighborhood. Bob Hart's Abishola at 7:30. At 8, it's All Rise. Then at 9, it's Bull, followed by in-depth and complete coverage of all the day's news and your certified most accurate forecast on News 3 Now at 10.
Are we talking to you right away?
All right.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm down at the terrace still this morning. Chris, good morning, Chris. It is a Monday. It is a Monday. We are excited to say it is Monday out here at the terrace, though. We are making our return for the first time in more than a year. No reservations needed to find your seat at the table down at the terrace. I am a little cold, Hattie. I have to admit, I've had gloves on all morning. I've got my winter coat on. The wind coming off of the lake, either that or the fact that we're making the return, giving me a couple of goosebumps this morning.
Yeah, just a little crisp outside this morning, I'd say, Leah. And I bet those metal chairs are pretty chilly when you sit down as well. Temperatures are below normal. We had a nice weekend, especially Sunday, turning out with high temperatures in the low 60s. But today will be a little bit cooler. Behind me, you can see Weather Track. It is showing you clouds and even a few light showers showing up across the area. Radar trying to show you that with cold temps, you may see flurries. Most of this activity, though, is actually evaporating before it hits the ground, so it's likely Virgo. Our forecast does have a slight chance for a few showers today. Otherwise, just variably cloudy skies. 40 right now in Madison, 38 in the Dells, and 39 in Juneau. Those are the colder spots in our area. Temperatures are in the mid-40s through the Wisconsin River Valley this morning. Again, if you're headed out to the terrace, 56 is the high this afternoon. That'll be right around 4 p.m. There will be that nice wind off the lake, though, around 5 to 10 miles per hour, so keep that in mind. We do have an alert day in the forecast, and coming up in just a few minutes, we'll talk about overnight temperatures. Still need to protect those sensitive plants for the next couple of nights. Now, here's an update on your first warn traffic this morning. No issues in the Madison area at all. Starting to see a few brake lights on the Beltline at Stoughton Road. Downtown, a few spots a little busier than others, but no issues getting to work or school yet this morning. No accidents report in and around southern Wisconsin. Travel on the interstate still going at posted speeds.
All right, Hattie, thank you very much for keeping an eye on that for us. Okay, so my friend Josh Spreiter joining me down at the Union Terrace this morning. Where else would we find him but biting into a brat at the brat stand? Josh, how's it tasting?
Fantastic, Leah. You know that I'm always into eating, no matter the time here in the 608. And of course, we're talking about all the traditions here on the UW Union Terrace. Of course, we're talking about the brats this morning, but we also have a nice, sweet surprise from Babcock Ice Cream. Rob Gretzlock, you're the interim associate director of retail here. And of course, we're all about the traditions here on the terrace.
Traditions as they are. Yeah, ice cream at the Union is a go-to, right? You can't come to the Union without having your ice cream in the morning or your brat out here on the brat stand. You know, I wouldn't be remiss if I didn't say thank you to you guys for being here this morning. This has been so much fun. I'm glad that you've been able to sample some of our Reasons, all the reasons
all
for coming. Yeah. Anytime, we'll take care of you.
You know, you guys are pretty excited because you get to bring a lot of those traditions back this year, some of what we were missing during 2020.
Completely. We're so excited to be back out here again. It's been such a different mindset and a different way we do things for the last year and a half, that coming back to what was pre-pandemic is just so exciting for us, and our team and of managers and staff and students that are here are so looking forward to being back out here on the terrace and getting back to what we enjoy doing, which is serving the community.
So we just brought these down. We've got some Babcock sampler flights here. Talk a little bit about that.
This year, Babcock has been going through some remodeling over at their plant across campus, so we still have some of the classics. The signature Union Utopia, the orange custard chocolate chip that you see there, Badger Blast, just a whole assortment of different varieties that you can find here at Daily Scoop, still within what we do here at the Union.
So as far as ordering goes, it's in person again this year.
In person again, we're very excited about that. We do have the model that we had gone to over the last year and a half, which is through our Grubhub app that you can still order anywhere throughout the unions. We also have a ghost kitchen for our Lakeview Lounge unit and for our Saffron unit, which is a Mediterranean-style halal food that we have started here at the union over this last year as well.
All right, well, Rob, as always, we thank you for being here, and good luck this year. It's good to see all of this back.
Thank you very much, Josh.
And Leah, as we send it back to you, I'm going to toss you a brat. Keep in mind, though, I'm going into the wind here, so we're going to see if we can actually pull this off. Here we go. Look at that! Hey! As I dig into some ice cream here.
I did go to state in softball. I would just like everyone to know that. I did go to state in softball. Josh, here's to you, buddy. Let's eat one of these puppies, huh?
Oh, I'm digging into the ice cream.
Oh, you are? Save me some of the ice cream, too.
So it looks like they've got enough for everybody. If you want to bring some back, that would be great.
Put away from you. We have some saved. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Awesome. Josh, Leah, great job this morning. It was so fun to see you guys display everything that the terrace has to offer and laying out all the ground rules and everything and all the changes this year, and breaking that news that they are going to have music, live music and performances and events at the terrace again. It's just wonderful. So thanks, both of you. Hopefully you'll see you soon with some food. Coming up in the morning sprint, Dr. Fauci says we could start seeing some changes in COVID restrictions soon. First, though, if you've got a little kid turning 3 soon, let us know so we can show their picture on TV.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-5837. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-5837.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County continues building and bringing stability to families through homeownership. As area families experience hardships, Habitat provides a pathway to financial security and independence. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
I love to equal the playing field. I love to help people and allow them to feel like they are powerful instead of powerless. We're with our clients every step of the way.
Gingras, Thompson & Walks. You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Are you tired of hearing it's not in stock? Madison's locally owned A1 Furniture has a huge selection of in-stock inventory available for immediate pickup or delivery. A1 has the lowest prices around. Plus, with the A1 Instant Rebate, you get $50 off of every $500 spent. This 5-piece living room set for just $9.99. Name brand mattresses in stock like this Queen Pillow Top, just $3.99.
Shop in-store or online and save with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Only at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
The end of an energy era in Wisconsin, tonight at 10.
6:53, time for the morning sprint. We start with the latest on a cyber attack on a massive pipeline. Experts say gas prices will likely go up 2 to 3% today because of a massive cyber attack on an East Coast pipeline. The Colonial Pipeline carries 2.5 million barrels of fuel a day. That is 45% of the East Coast supply of diesel, gasoline, and jet fuel. 18 states have been granted a temporary waiver to transport fuel now by truck. Colorado authorities say a gunman opened fire at a birthday party, killing 6 adults and himself. The suspected shooter was the boyfriend of a female victim. Police say a motive wasn't immediately known.
The bottom line is you will be seeing a clear, noticeable pulling back on some of the public health restrictions.
Dr. Anthony Fauci says the CDC will likely start changing its guidance for communities with high vaccination rates. He says places near that 70% vaccination goal could likely reopen theaters, sports arenas, and workplaces. Nearly 62% of Dane County residents have now received at least 1 dose of the vaccine. A moment of silence will happen this morning. It's to honor all local health care and essential workers. It'll happen outside of St. Mary's Hospital at 10 o'clock following speeches from local health care workers. We do plan to carry that ceremony live on air and online. At least 50 people hospitalized in violent clashes with Israeli police at a Jerusalem holy site. Palestinian protesters clashed with Israeli police for a third night. Officers fired tear gas and stun grenades, and protesters hurled stones and other objects. Tensions have been high in Jerusalem over threats of eviction of Palestinian families from parts of the city. Dane County's new sheriff will be sworn in this morning. That'll happen at 9 o'clock this morning at the county courthouse. He replaces former Sheriff Dave Mahoney, who retired Friday. Nearly 100 athletes competing in the first major in-person Wisconsin Special Olympics competition since COVID started. Sunday's competition featured a modified track meet where teams rotated through stations and competed in events with smaller groups, all while staying socially distanced. The competition also featured a station where athletes focused on building strong minds. Hattie?
And our forecast today is a little cooler than it should be. We're starting with temperatures in the low 40s in many spots. We're already starting to climb, though, here in Madison, back up to 41. Planning your day today, temperatures will climb to highs in the mid-50s this afternoon with very cloudy skies, so a little cooler if you're headed to the terrace. Grab that jacket. Cover up sensitive plants tonight and possibly tomorrow night. After that, the risk for frost goes away.
Thanks, Hattie. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Join us tomorrow.